MGF Custom/Reviews.
What's going on, guys?
This is Obi Wan Kenobi, and you're watching MGF Customs and Reviews. The force is strong here.
And today I'm going to be doing a review on the highly anticipated and well-valued brand new LEGO Star Wars 2013 set. And this one is the BARC Speeder with Sidecar. This set has 226 pieces. The set number is 75012, and it has ages 7 through 12. This set is really awesome, not only for its value, but for the design of the actual speeders included with the set and the minifigures. You get two awesome droid commandos, and you get an updated Obi Wan Kenobi in his Season 3, 4, and 5 outfit, and it's just really amazing. The printing on it is really fantastic, and just a really great minifigure. And then you get an updated Captain Rex in his Phase 2 Clone Wars armor, and it just looks really amazing. Just some really awesome minifigures included with this set. And then the BARC Speeder with Sidecar along with the Droid Speeder is just really, this set is just a fantastic compliment to the Clone Wars. But before we get into all of this, let's go ahead and take a look at the box and minifigures for this set. So the box is actually a fairly decent size. This is a $25 set, so of course it's going to be a pretty small and compact box, which is always convenient. And as you can see, you do have all of the specs on the left of the box here. You can see you have in the bottom right-hand corner here, you have the little box showing off all of the, two new minifigures along with the two droid commandos included. And then you have a little graphic here which says includes two new and hard-to-find minifigures, being the new style Obi Wan Kenobi and Phase 2 Captain Rex. And then the top of the box, you can see you have an actual size reference here, and in this case, I'm utilizing Captain Rex. And then you have the other three minifigures included with this set, and then you get some other languages here along with the set number and the LEGO logo. And you get some more languages here, some more languages here, and some info on the bottom here, along with more languages. And then you get the back of the box, which you do get to see some action shots here, and it looks really, really awesome. Now, what planet do you think this is on? I actually can't tell, but it almost looks like it's on the planet of maybe Sidecar. It almost looks like that, or maybe Geonosis, but I doubt it. It honestly looks like a different planet that I'm not really familiar with, but it's definitely, you definitely do have some really nice art on the back here, and you can see right here, you get to see all the features, which I will show you in just a second. So without further ado, we can move on to the set. Let's go ahead and take a look at the minifigures, and these minifigures are really innovative, by the way. So to begin with the minifigures, we're going to start off with the updated Clone Wars variant of Obi Wan Kenobi hair. And as you can see, this minifigure is really fantastic as it captures the animated likeness of Obi-Wan's appearance in Star Wars The Clone Wars absolutely fantastically. And what's really amazing to top off this minifigure is not only does he include the hairpiece that was given to us on the Obi-Wan Kenobi in one of the newer Revenge of the Sith sets, but he does actually have a double-sided head. And before I switch it around, here is a look at his rather preppy main face, and then if you flip it around, you get an aggressive facial expression, which obviously you're going to want to use if he is in battle against the droid commandos. And as you can see, the torso printing is really amazing, along with the leg printing, along with the belt printing. It is just a really fantastic Obi-Wan. The coloration that LEGO decided to go with on this minifigure was just, everything is right about this Obi-Wan, and I honestly think it is the best Obi-Wan to date, and it is just a true compliment to the Clone Wars version of Obi-Wan, because the one that was given to us in previous sets really did not do the character justice at all. But I'm so glad LEGO took a second go at it, because this is honestly the ultimate Clone Wars Obi-Wan and a really big highlight of the set. And now we have the long-anticipated Phase 2 Clone Captain Rex. And I remember back in June of 2011 when the first Clone Wars Season 4 trailer was shown at Star Wars weekends, and we all got excited because now all of our favorite clone commanders and captains were in their Phase 2 clone armor. And though it may be a year and a half later, we still have got the awesome Phase 2 Captain Rex in LEGO. Now, LEGO did decide to use the standard Phase 2 helmet mold that they use on the 501st Clone Troopers, and they did not alter it whatsoever, and therefore there are no slots for rangefinders, floodlights, visors, you name it, he cannot wear it. So it is pretty lame, but for those of us customizers like myself, you can just simply drill a hole right in there or cut up a rangefinder and glue it onto the side and it'll look just fine. But anyway, aside from all of that, this minifigure is really fantastic, and to clarify what head he uses, he actually uses the Captain Rex head that was used in the previous Captain Rex minifigure, and it is basically a standard clone head but with a 5 o'clock shadow, and it is definitely very awesome. Now, to give you an idea of his helmet, for those of you who don't know, Captain Rex wasn't exactly fond of the entire Phase 2 design, so he decided to basically incorporate certain components of the Phase 1 helmet into his own customized clone trooper helmet, and it is unlike any other, and it is combined the Phase 1 helmet with the Phase 2, and LEGO has really implemented that as they have featured in the weld marks, the additional details here and here, along with that Phase 1 visor with the blue wrapped around it, and then his signature blue triangular insignias on the top there. And what's really amazing is that they did actually print on all of the necessary tally marks that Rex does have in the show, and to give you a better look at those, there you go. And they just look really phenomenal. This whole minifigure is really phenomenal, and those tally marks are on the other side as well. And as you can see, the ventilations are on the sides of the helmet as well. There are 4 lines indicating those right there. You can get a good look at those right there. And you can see this minifigure does have blue arms. And LEGO actually decided to, just like the Stormtroopers in the Droid Escape, give a go at battle damage. And you can see there is some dirt on his armor there. And we haven't seen LEGO use a design like this for a while, but you guys will probably remember the 327th Star Corps minifigure that was included in the old Clone Trooper Battle Pack, like the first one. And his pauldron was actually printed onto the torso, and LEGO has actually revisited that and included it on Captain Rex here. And you can see his ARC pauldron does actually have the ammo pouch printed onto the torso there, and this also features the brand new Season 4 clone template that was pretty much introduced in these new line of 2013 sets. And you can see the pauldron here. I want to give you a good look at that, as it is not necessarily a new pauldron, but it is made in a new blue color, and it does have new designs printed onto it. So to give you a good look at that, there is Captain Rex's pauldron. It almost looks like they tried to print like a reserve sign on there. I don't know what that's about, but it's definitely a really amazing pauldron. It really does top off the minifigure, and some people may complain that it does continue all the way over his arm, but I mean, that's just kind of, we have to keep in mind that this is LEGO. That's how these Sand Troopers were, and I don't really mind. I mean, it does look really fantastic, as I've been obviously exaggerating, but as you can see, he does also have a waist cape. And just to clarify, he does come with the 2 ABS pistols that do have these scopes on them that were introduced in the battle pack with the Bomb Squad troopers, just to get that out of the way. But moving on here, you can see he does have the waist cape that was introduced on the ARC Trooper in that same battle pack. And it is a really nice waist cape, and for those of you who haven't seen it, I'm going to go ahead and give you a look at how it's attached. And it is a really nice fabric waist cape, and basically there is a look at the legs, by the way, real quick. You can see there are some blue 501st markings indicating Rex's markings on the legs, print on his knee pads there, and the tally marks do continue down on his legs. And as I go over what I'm saying here, this is how the waist cape attaches. Now, I personally am not the biggest fan of the usage of tally marks in the Clone Wars, but honestly, I'm really fond of LEGO taking the initiative of printing on all of these accurate details to really make the perfect LEGO Captain Rex in his Phase 2 armor, and I really love detail, and to see it all over this minifigure, he easily is a highlight, and that is why I've taken 5 minutes to go over this figure, and I love everything about it, despite the fact that he does not have a rangefinder. Here's a look at his back, by the way, which does continue the battle damage. Moving on with the more lame minifigure of this set, we have the Droid Commando, which is famously miscolored in dark brown, though it should be in a gunmetal color. And LEGO is obviously more than capable of a gunmetal color, as they expressed that in the Pre Vizsla's Mandalorian Fighter review with Pre Vizsla's gunmetal parts. But as you can see, this one is dark brown, though it should be colored differently. You can see a red dot on his droid chest there. And basically what this is it is made up of a droid body with droid arms, and then Super Battle Droid legs, along with a totally newly designed Droid Commando head. It's not really newly designed as it was introduced in a previous set, but it is pretty much a rather new design. And to give you a 360 of that, it is a really, overall, it's just a really nice concept of the Droid Commando, including all the printing on the actual head. But honestly, the fact that it's dark brown really ruins it for me. But it's definitely, it does grow on you, and I tend not to mind it that much. But you do get 2 Droid Commandos, which is always a pleasure, because these Droid Commandos are pretty cool in the show, you have to admit. So moving on, we're going to take a look at the actual set here. And as you can see, we get 2 really amazing speeders, and the general design for them is really awesome. But before we actually go into detail with them, let's go ahead and take a look at the instruction manual and extra pieces that are included with this set. So the instruction manual, where did I put it? It is gone. Here it is. The instruction manual for this set is a really small manual. It's about the size you would expect, like the old Battle Pack manuals. You know, it's a really decent size. And you do get the whole minifigure checklist on the back here. And what's funny is it doesn't include the minifigures from the Embarn MHC, Echo Base, or BARC Speeder here. But you do get the checklist. And you get the advertisement for Lego.com/Star Wars, and not to mention the, of course, the Lego Club advertisement. But other than that, you don't actually get the whole winter lineup. You only get the checklist, which I found interesting, because the winter lineup that Lego was printing in all the previous instruction books did not feature, like I said, those sets that I listed before. But other than that, it's just your basic instruction manual. Not really that important, other than the fact that it does have number bags. Number 1 was the BARC Speeder, and number 2 was the Droid Speeder. But other than that, we will move on to the extra pieces. And the extra pieces are pretty simple, as you get some black connectors, some extra gray studs, a gray connector, an extra gray flat piece, some droid arms, and an extra lightsaber hilt for Obi Wan. So it's pretty self-explanatory. You got a blue chi slope here. You know, it's pretty self-explanatory if you just take a look at it yourself there. So there are your extra pieces. Now on to the actual set. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at where all these stickers are located on these vehicles first. So you have three stickers on this piece alone. You have one here, and one here, and that attaches simply on, it attaches right on just like that. And then over here you have another sticker here, here, and then there is another one here, moving on with another sticker right there. So yeah, this is loaded with stickers, but I myself never really find stickers to be a problem, as I do tend to be able to apply them pretty easily. But moving on, we do have even more stickers on this speeder. We have one here, here, and here. So yeah, quite a few stickers, but it does add quite a nice level of detail to the set, both vehicles that is, and it's just honestly not that big of a problem to me. For those of you who don't like stickers, I don't think it's really that big of an issue. But anyway, playability wise, this set is probably not the greatest in terms of, like, if you compare this to other sets, but that might be more playability friendly. But this set really, like when I say playability, I'm relating to features such as, projectiles and other things. And the only projectiles you get are 2 flick fire missiles here, and to demonstrate, flick fire missiles never really fire that well, as you can see. It's really hard to get your finger in there, especially since it's just not easy. So basically these fire, I'm sure you guys have seen flick fire missiles before. It's not that big of a deal. If you can flick it right, these will go flying and land somewhere. But anyway, you can see that the gun here is really awesome, as it is actually almost pretty accurate looking. And it is rotatable. If you put some pressure on it and don't allow it to pop off, then it is rotatable. It can rotate 360 degrees. And then you can take Captain Rex and seat him right in those 3 studs right there on the sidecar. And to do that, you simply just bend his legs, and seat him right there. And Captain Rex is ready to go with Obi Wan. And And to give you a rundown of the design of this vehicle, it is just really something else. I just really love the whole general design of this BARC speeder with Sidecar. It is just really fantastic. The red and light bluish gray just really express the Republic's colors, and to see that replicated onto a BARC speeder, one of the coolest speeders of Star Wars, is just really awesome. And the final feature for the BARC speeder with Sidecar is that the actual sidecar can flip around. And just to show you how that actually works, pay attention to this area here. So you get the idea. Not that insane, but it is definitely really awesome, because in the actual Clone Wars episode, when Ahsoka was on a speeder with Anakin on Zygeria, she actually did the same thing and flipped around really fast and began firing at the droid commandos on these actual same speeders that were pursuing them, and it was a really awesome scene. And to see that LEGO actually put that in the vehicle was really amazing. And the BARC speeder is just a really fantastic vehicle, and obviously the highlight of this set. Now, moving on, we have the droid speeder here, which is really cool by itself. As you can see, you've got some really nice sloping going on here, some nice angular pieces, and it's just really a nice model. And you can see you do get a clear piece on the bottom there, so that you can, it sits nicely on a hard surface, and it's not gonna like if that wasn't there, then these flaps would fold up every time you would put it down. These would come out of place. These little droid arms. So honestly, the fact that they included that was a really great implement. But as you can see, other than that, there's not a whole lot to it. To give you an idea of how the droid commando attaches, there are two ways you can get him to attach. One way was the way I had him just there, which I will show you in just a second. But another way you can do it is stand him up just like this, and then have one of his arms connect onto the very fragile handlebars right there. And that's not really the proper way to do it, but it is a way you can sit the figure on there just like so. But the real proper way to do it is to not attach his legs, but actually just attach his arm, and then have him in a sitting position just like that, and then just perhaps lean his lean his head back a little bit, and your droid commando is ready to go on his speeder to pursue Obi-Wan and Captain Rex on the BARC speeder with Sidecar. And then to add to the battle, you have an extra droid commando, which I already went over in the minifigure 360s, but he is included and will definitely add to your battle here. And as you can see, it's just a really fantastic set. I'm just really fond of this set. The minifigures are great. I mean, it's just really an awesome set. So to give you guys my recommendations and overall thoughts on this set, let's go ahead and conclude this review. So that's about it for this review, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to leave a like below, and I'd also love to hear your opinion in the comment section below. But I definitely recommend this set. It's only a $25 set, and you get your money worth. You get some amazing minifigures, like I said earlier. You get just some amazing speeders in general, and it's just a really fantastic set overall. Really well priced, and playability wise, it is just really awesome. The design of it's really sturdy, and if you can fire those flick fire missiles properly, it's definitely a great set for kids. But other than that, guys, that is about it for this review, and you can look forward to a bunch of more 2013 reviews coming up very shortly, as I just got the rest of them in the mail today. And if you guys didn't already know, Lego.com has posted the rest of the 2013 sets, including the BARC Speeder, Echo Base, Umbaran MHC, the rest of the DC Universe sets, Galaxy Squad, Legends of Chima. You got it. Everything is on Lego.com if you didn't already know, and that is where I got these. So, or this set, and then the rest that I will be reviewing soon. But other than that, guys, once again, this is a fantastic set. I recommend it for anyone. Great minifigures, great design, great vehicles. Everything about it is an awesome set. I just wish Rex would have had a rangefinder. But anyway, that's about it, guys, and I will see you later. All right.
Bye.